What's up, core reporters, and welcome back to my channel. I've been following that major scandal surrounding the ITV presenter Phillip Schofield. And let me just say, I am stunned to learn that this man was a creep this whole time. I used to watch their clips on like TikTok or wherever they'd pop up on my Instagram reels and whatnot. And he and his ex-wife, they appear to be just fun, like, bubbly people. And I really enjoyed their kind of presenting style. So now finding out that this man was having an affair with a barely legal teen boy who was just looking to break into the industry, it makes my stomach turn. Like, I just don't understand what is with men in these industries just using their power to victimize people. It's absolutely disgusting. And honestly, we need some research done on what is wrong with them, because there are women in high positions of power as well. And you don't really hear stories of them doing things like this, at least certainly not to the same degree that you hear about men doing this sort of stuff. So he did release a statement in regards to his horrible behavior, in my opinion, predatory behavior with this teenager at the time. And I wanted to go over with you. There's a line in there that is just so, it makes your skin crawl, because keep in mind, this man is 60 years old. And the fact that he has to clarify that he was creeping around with someone so young, that he has to legit clarify that, by the way, it was not like illegal. It was not, a minor or whatever, because the guy was like barely 18 or something like that. And in my opinion, I think that's a little too convenient, but I digress. Let's get into the statement and I'll give you my thoughts on it as we go along. Okay. So here's his full statement as reported by Sky News. And I quote, "I am making this statement via the Daily Mail, to whom I have already apologized personally for misleading through my lawyer, who I also misled about a story which they wanted to write about me a few days ago. The first thing I want to say is I am deeply sorry for having lied to them and to many others about a relationship that I had with someone working on This Morning. I did have a consensual, I don't know about that, on-off relationship with a younger male colleague at This Morning. Contrary to speculation, whilst I met the man when he was a teenager and was asked to help him get into television, it was only after he started to work on the show that it became more than just a friendship. That relationship was unwise, but not illegal." Sure, Jan. "It is now over. When I chose to come out, I did so entirely for my own well-being. Nobody forced me out. Neither I nor anyone else, to my knowledge, has ever issued an injunction, super or otherwise, about my relationship with his colleague. He was never moved on or sacked by or because of me. In an effort to protect my ex-colleague, I haven't been truthful about the relationship. But my recent unrelated departure from This Morning fueled speculation and raised questions which have been impacting him. So for his sake, it is important for me to be honest now. I am painfully conscious that I have lied to my employers at ITV, to my colleagues and friends, to my agents, to the media, and therefore the public, and most importantly of all, to my family. I am so very sorry as I am for having been unfaithful to my wife." And so then he talks about how he stepped down and has been protecting the kids' privacy. Let me just say again, like I said, like he admits that he met this child when he was this person when he was younger than 18, and then he conveniently says that their relationship didn't start until he was 18 and working there, when he was supposed to be mentoring the kid. And so to me, it's like you were just acting in such a horrible way, in such an abusive way, as someone in a position of power over a teenager who was trying to make it in a certain industry, so selfishly, so grossly, and so predatorially. So it's so rich to me that in this statement, he's trying to paint himself as the hero, saying, "I'm trying to protect this kid. I'm trying to this, I'm trying to that, for the sake of his privacy, for him, I won't get into this." No, like you're not getting into details, not to protect the person you victimize, but to protect yourself. Because if we got into details, I'm pretty sure we'd find out a different story than what you're painting now. He already admitted that he lied to the Daily Mail. He already admitted he lied to his lawyer. And we all know he already lied to his wife, right? While he was having this sordid affair. So on what planet can we trust what it is that he's claiming? It is just too convenient for me. I personally, in my own opinion, believe that when this affair started, the victim was not 18 years old. And, even if, let's just say, even if he was 18 years old, it's still disgusting that this man at his old age, no offense if you're around the same age as him, but it is, it's a bit up there. He's 60 years old. It's still disgusting to me that he was trying to get it on with an 18-year-old. And not only that, but an 18-year-old who he was in a big position of power over, as one of the biggest presenters in England, as someone who was supposed to be a mentor to this child whose frontal lobe was not even fully formed. Like, look at this. What business does someone that looks like this have with an 18-year-old? I'm sorry, but that's creepy. That's predatory, and he should be ashamed of himself. And I'm glad that he is no longer working in television, because the last thing I think anybody wants to see is this disgusting face on their television screens. I'm so, I just hate these technicalities, like, the 18, this and that. I'm sorry, but even if the person is 18, you at your age should not be messing with an 18-year-old. I'm 29 years old and I would not even mess with an 18-year-old. Like, what do I have in common, right? At my age with an 18-year-old. And this person at his age, as a married man at the time with children and as a father, what does he have in common with an 18-year-old other than, like, discussing what his own 18-year-olds at home are doing and whatnot, Disgusting. Phillip, you should be ashamed of yourself. I don't believe your manipulative statement that you put out, and I'm glad that we no longer have to see your face on television. Ugh. I just want to scrub my skin off after reading this story. I'm just so sick of these men in power abusing people. It has to stop. It truly does. I'm glad he's being exposed. Guys, what do you think about this scandal? Make sure to let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And as usual, we'll chat. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.